Hey friends, I want to talk to you about dealing with social anxiety. If you have that funny feeling whenever you go to talk to somebody new or large groups or if you're just out in public and you find yourself getting anxious, sweaty palms, a little red in the face, lost for words. It's almost like when you're in high school, and you go to take a test and you study hard and you get down to take the test and then you forget all the answers. Well, social anxiety is about like that. There's this funny feeling inside you, and it's really uncomfortable. It makes it really hard to have good conversation. Like when you're home alone by yourself, you're creative for more, and you want to do more in this life. But yet, whenever you're talking with people, it's difficult. And so I want to talk to you about how to get over social anxiety. I actually dealt with social anxiety back years ago, especially whenever I ran away from home. I got hooked on a bunch of different drugs, and I put myself in a very dark place. And the more I drowned in myself and my sorrow and my depression, the worse my social anxiety got. I would get to the point, like whenever I'd go up to talk to somebody, when they gave me their full attention out of respect, I was like, oh my gosh, what are they thinking? Are they? And I would get so worked up in my mind, my face would start to get red, and I would start to stutter. And so you see me making these videos come across so confident, and I'm looking at myself right now in this selfie mode, and so I want to tell you what changed for me and how I came over it. All right. So my social anxiety. I'm gonna tell you a quick story. Back in 2009, when I was wanting to go in business for myself, I set up these signs, and it had my phone number on it. It said call, for a tree service, and so I got my first phone call, and I set up the meeting. I drove to the lady's house, and I parked in the driveway, and I started breathing hard, and I started shaking a little bit. I haven't even met the lady yet, but I was nervous. And as I got out of the car, as I was walking up to her front door, I was looking around at her trees around the yard. And then in 2009, I knew every tree in Missouri. I can name it off. I can name the different layers and chapters of a tree. I knew the whole biology of the tree. But whenever I met the lady, I had test anxiety, and I forgot everything. I started to stutter, and it started to get real awkward. We had a lot of awkward silence, and so I kept trying to say random stuff, man, but I was so uncomfortable. And in my head, I was like, Michael, you got to get out of here. You got to get out of here. Danger, danger, wow, wow, wow. And guys, it was real. It was really hard for me. It was embarrassing. I felt less of a man right then than I ever have. And so, as I left that job, I went home and told my wife that I was like, I'm not meant for business. I'm not meant to talk to people. This ain't who I am. I just can't do it. And in a previous video, I talked about luck and test periods. And for me, this was a test period. The luck was I got my first call to show that I could get my first business call. The test period was I willing, strong enough to press through the social anxiety issues that I had. So this is how I conquered it. I didn't give up on my dream. Even though it was so uncomfortable, it was so embarrassing. I mean, it made me sick to my stomach. It was hard, friends. It was very, very hard. And so what I did is I just kept pursuing my dream. I got part of a networking group where I had to go deal with people. And every time before one of those meetings, man, I'd sit in the car and say, no, go home, Michael. Go home. I mean, it was mentally hard for me. And I had to keep telling myself, you can do this, you're able, you're willing, you can, you're willing, you're able, you can. And repeating myself over and over. And I go in these meetings, hi, I'm Michael, how you doing? Awkward. And I'd leave the meeting, I was like, oh my gosh, what are you doing, Michael? You gotta stop this. And then I'd do it one more time, and one more time. And then one day I was at a meeting, and this leader seen something in me. He said, Michael, get up on stage. There's 1,000 people there. I got up on stage, I was like, I'm going to do it. I'm going to go for it. This is my dream. I want to help people. I want to benefit people. So what I did is I got up on stage. I got up there with actually my girlfriend at the time. She's my wife now. And, two in numbers helps make you stronger. But as I was sitting there talking on stage, my knees were shaking so fierce that I thought I was really going to collapse on stage. I thought I was going to fall over. I mean, even when I got off stage, it took 30 30 minutes for me to calm down. I was still shaking, you know, and people were coming up to me and saying, man, it was a good message, and I really didn't feel like I, you know, gave anything of value. But that's a part of where you need to start to build your confidence. And so if you're dealing with social anxiety, what I would suggest to you is to go out and talk to as many people as you can. Find out who you are. Keep studying in the books. Read a book. It's called Win Friends and Influence People by Andrew Carnegie. Win Friends and Influence People. You can get that on audio book, or you can go to Barnes & Noble and pick up a hard copy. However you learn best. I'm an audio guy. I've read a lot of books, and I highlight in there when I find good information. As a matter of fact, if I buy the audio book, I buy the hard copy too, because so sometimes I can read along in the book and, you know, listen on the audio, you know, so I'm really soaking it into my mind. And listen, don't just read it once or twice or three. Keep reviewing that book. It's that the social anxiety is what you're dealing with right now. Keep picking up books. Go to Jim Rohn and get books on communication. You know, Brian Tracy, he got some great information out there. So take those books, start applying them to your life, and take massive immediate action. This will be hard. This ain't going to be a 2, 3, 4, 5 day project. I mean, this is something you're really going to have to go to war on yourself. You know, no one else can do this for you. But listen, find a mentor, find a friend that you can have conversations with. You know, write down on a piece of paper exactly who it is that you want to be, and start to become that person. Okay, it's going to take work. It's going to take hard work and effort for you to start applying this to your life. So friends, listen, message me. I will tell you stories. I will give you the books that I read, and I will communicate with you. I will Skype with you. Give me 5 minutes with you, and I guarantee I can see something new that you don't even see in yourself. That is a strong ability gift that I've been blessed with. It took me years to realize that. But Skype with me, and I guarantee I can help you get out of your situation and point you in the right direction that you need to go. And I ain't charging you nothing. I really want to bless you. I want to bless your family and the people that are in your area, because you have these gifts, abilities, and talents. And until we break that social anxiety issue, then, you know, nothing's going to change. You know, so if you're on medication like I was, keep taking the medication until you start feeling a little bit stronger. But we're going to have to get you off that medication, because really that is just treating the symptom. You know, we're not getting to the cause. So you want to get to the cause, come work with me, follow me on these videos. If you like what you're hearing and you want to hear more, then message me below. Please subscribe. This is a movement, guys. Listen, I found out what I'm really good at and what I'm talented at, and I am going to press this across the world. I'm going to help thousands of people with my story, and my wish for you is to see you break that social anxiety issue right now, because it really it has a lot of power over you right now if you give it power. But I can help you break it. I can help you conquer that and put you on stage in front of thousands of people. Now, I'm not trying to make you nervous, but I promise you, that's a vision I would have for your life, is to watch you grow and become the salesperson that you need to be the family man you need to be the friend that you need to be the blessing to other people that you need to be when you're walking through the store and they're looking for a compliment. Listen, we can start out with small little activities, small little goals that will get you to the end picture of breaking that habit. Are you with me? Will you join me? Will you follow me through this? Be a part of what I'm doing. I sincerely from my heart want to help you, and I will be here to bless you. Remember, friends, this world needs you.